A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
9:01.
Labor rights, we journey to the West Kingston Fortress for Area Council 1 meeting at the Fletcher's Land Community Center this Sunday, June 29, 5 p.m. Come hear from JLP Stalwart's Deputy Leader Desmond McKenzie, who leads the charge. Hear Central St. Catherine MP Olivia Babs Grange, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, MPs Bernal Charles Jr., Anne-Marie Vaz, Donovan Williams, Senators Abka Fitz-Henley, Delano Steve Wright, Shireen Golden Campbell, Council Donovan Samuels and others. JLP active and strong with plans to make Jamaica prosper. That's Area Council 1 meeting. Sunday, June 29, Fletcher's Land Community Center, 5 p.m. And you don't know, we choose Jamaica every time.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM with Pepita and Honey Bee from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. as we broadcast live from Megamart Waterloo, Friday, June 27. Pepita and Honey Bee plus Megamart equals Mega Vibes. Join us at Megamart Waterloo for all the month-end specials, excitement, entertainment, and more. Pepita and Honey Bee are doing it mega with Megamart. Don't miss the end-of-month mega specials, June edition. Come be a part of the mega broadcast with Pepita and Honey Bee, Friday, June 27, 2025 from 3 to 5 p.m. at Megamart Waterloo. Megamart, best value by far. This broadcast is brought to you by Megamart.
You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning to you. It is Friday. It's Friday, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. It is Friday, June 27, 2025, and we're alive and well, and for that we give God thanks. Good morning to you. If you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9 on your FM dial, we appreciate your company there. If you're listening and watching on our YouTube channel, top of the morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us on that platform. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell. I want to say good morning to KMC first in the chat this morning. Good morning to Monique Hunter. Good morning as well to Javb. First time seeing that name. Interesting. Jean Sellers, good morning to you. Morning to you Hugh Donaldson, good morning to you as well. Sonia Hutton, good morning to you. Donna Johnson, good morning to you. Cherry Care, happy Friday to you. Herman Hyatt, Rider 40, Kirkland Salmon, Arlene Rowe, good morning to you. And all the others over there on YouTube, big up yourself. Shauna Brown, Verna Orr, big up. If you're listening from our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, good morning. Those on our website, the Listen Now option there. Top of the morning to you as well. Thank you for making it Nationwide 90 FM. This morning, it's a Friday morning, but just before I jump into JPS Cares, just want to let you know that here with me, I have 2 tickets for the National Junior and Senior Championships. As we know, the championships are on. They started yesterday and they continue until tomorrow. Yeah. So Thursday, a Sunday to done? Sunday, yes, Sunday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, yeah man. So I have 2 grandstand tickets for today. So here what you're gonna do is 2 tickets. You're gonna call and you're gonna let Michelle know that you can come and pick up these tickets today. That's all you have to do, you know. Let Michelle know that you can come and pick up these tickets today, and they are yours. 2 grandstand tickets for the National Junior and Senior Championships, June 26th, yesterday, and it goes until June 29. All right? Lots of excitement. And guys, I believe today will be Shelly's 100-meter final. So you don't want to miss that exciting race. It will be her last official race in Jamaica. So you won, well, in the national stadium, because, you know, if sports day go on again, she gonna run. But in a national stadium, well, unless sports they keep a national stadium, but I don't know what I mean. Shelly and Fraser Price, her final official race in Jamaica. You don't want to miss that. So I have 2 tickets for the National Junior and Senior Championships today. The tickets are for today. Grandstand tickets. Just call 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, or 618-8255. And just tell Michelle, I can pick up the tickets today. And they're yours. Give her your name, contact number, and they'll be here waiting for you to come and pick them up so you can go to the stadium and see Shelly and all the other athletes later this evening. All right. It's a Friday, which means it's time for JPS Cares.
The hour between 9 and 10 is brought to you by JPS, powering what matters.
And vibes, and through it all there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores,
we're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, powering what matters.
All right. And this morning inside JPS Cares, we will be joined by JPS's Customer Service Area Manager for the East, Ruth Lane Johnson. And it's summer, so you know what Ruth Lane will be telling us this time around. Ruth Lane, good morning.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm great.
Awesome.
Summer.
It is.
Yes,
officially.
It's officially summer.
Yeah. And of course, when summer comes, it gets hot. And then we consider getting the AC, and we consider buying a 3rd, 4th, and 5th fan, one for the bathroom, one for the kitchen, and an additional one for the room. And we start thinking about all those things. And so you are going to tell us how we can stay cool this summer efficiently, right?
Yes. But I was thinking, Nora, that our listeners, should by now, know the spiel, that they probably should be able to repeat it.
They should.
They could come on and do the interview, because we do this every year.
Yes, they should. They should. They should.
And I'm sure everybody know that people are going to be writing in and saying, "Oh, I know that already. I know that already."
The only people who don't know are our new listeners.
All right. All right. So it's summertime, guys. June 21 officially. Summer started. And in Jamaica, it only gets hotter. It never gets, it really never gets cooler, really, does it? It only gets hotter. So that's what's going on now. And it means it's time for us to do some things that we know we shouldn't do, but we do them. So I'm here to remind you. So I'll be your conscience so that you will, think about doing it. And then you say, no, Ruthlyn from JPS had said, and you pull back. Right? So how do we deal with keeping ourselves cool, especially? That's one of the key things that summer comes with. The need to be cool. So we're going to start using the fans. We're going to start running the ACs, as Nora said, longer if we were using them before.
Yes.
Some people are just going to turn them on for the first time since the year started. And you find that you're going into the refrigerator a lot. So if you're on leave, you're probably there at home. You're wanting to keep cool. And the children who will soon be on holidays, some of them, if you're going to university, you are already.
Long time. Hello, Ruthlyn? Oh, did we lose Ruthlyn? All right, not sure what happened there. It seems as if the call dropped. So, she's there? Oh, it dropped. All right. All right, we'll wait on Ruthlyn. Did someone already call for the tickets? Okay, the tickets are gone, guys. So you can no longer call to win the tickets for the National Junior and Senior Championships. We had 2 tickets for today, the grandstand tickets for this evening, but they're gone already. So if you're calling, it must be a JPS issue. We no longer have those tickets. They're gone. The person called, and they're gonna get them. All right. So that's it. So we're trying to reconnect with Ruthlyn Johnson. She's back. She's back.
Right.
So
the summer heat is getting to the phone as well. All right. So another thing that we do during summertime, you might find that when you're ironing, because you're probably not wearing your uniforms right now, you want to wear something that's a little bit simpler. So you might find that you're ironing shirts, your tops to go to work, or your entire outfit. And you may decide that you're just going to do it every single day. And we want to advise you not to do that, because ironing every single day is going to be even more challenging on your light bill and on your pocket than if you did everything all at once. So let's start with cooling. What are the practical ways that we can still enjoy the summer, stay cool, and not give JPS all of our salaries? First thing you want to do is you want to decide that you're going to use your fans. If you don't have to use the AC, start with the fans. And you want to do this because fans cost less in terms of how much they consume. They cost less. So if you are running, say, even 4 fans in your home, it's going to be less on your bill than if you're running 1 AC unit.
Yes.
And remember the rule for the fans. A fan is not supposed to be left on in a room spinning and blowing the air around, because it's not serving any purpose really. Because what a fan does, what it really should do, rather, is that it should blow the hot air from around you. So when you are in the space and you put it on you, or you put it in the direction of where you are, then it's going to blow the hot air away from you. So when you are not in the room, the fan does not need to be on, because it's not doing any work. It's just there blowing air, and it's not blowing it for anybody. So you want to use your fans, but use them wisely, right? Then if things are still really, really hot, I always remember my Portmore friends, they're always saying, yeah, you can say anything you want. We are burning up, like really burning up. If you find that the fan is just not cutting it, it's not happening, then you want to upgrade a little bit more to the AC unit. Fine.
I have a recommendation before you upgrade to the AC.
Yes.
Ruthlyn, I have a recommendation. No, man.
Oh, a new one?
Clean the fan.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes the fan dirty, and that's why it now blow the cool breeze, because it's dirty.
Yes.
Clean the fan. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Because the fans need to be cleaned. In fact, to be honest, if you live in a space where you're fairly cool up until when it gets to June, July, when the summer really kicks up, then you might find that you really need to clean the fan before you start. And it's not only that it's not going to blow blow the cool air, Nora, is that it's going to blow all the lint and dust that has gathered on it.
Yes, and make
you
you sick.
When it wasn't onto you, and then you're going to have the sinusitis issues, and you probably develop a cough and all kinds of things. It's going to make you sick. So yes, you need to clean the fan first. And that's a part of maintenance. I always talk about maintenance of all electrical equipment. That's a maintenance part. So you clean them before you start using them. The same goes for the AC unit. If you are going to start using your AC now and you've not last year summer, you really need to get the AC technician to come in and do the cleaning, get all the dust and the lint out, because it means that when you turn, you're going to have all that lint and dust coming out at you, and it could make you sick. So yes, thank you so much, Nora, because we kind of jumped over step one, right? All right. So if you're going to go to the AC unit, you're going to clean it first. You're going to sort it out, make sure it gets serviced. And then when you turn it on, I'm asking you, please, because I go to so many places and the AC unit is at 17.
Yeah, man.
And everybody is in there in jackets and sweaters. And I'm thinking, so instead of freezing yourself half to death, like you're trying to become an icicle, why don't you set the fan to between 24 and 26? 24 to 26 degrees Celsius, where it's cool but it's manageable. You don't have to go and put on that big sweater because you are trying to save yourself from freezing to death. Put it 24 to 26, because if you don't realize that the colder you turn your AC, the colder setting that you put it on, the more electricity you're burning, because the AC is going to pull harder to give you even colder air. So set it to 24 to 26 degrees Celsius and conserve your energy. Please, I'm asking you. I'm feeling like a break is coming up.
Yes, we are up on the break. Right. We are up on the break. We're going to take the break and come back with JPS Cares.
Decorate and redecorate your space with water-resistant, colorful, and fast-drying paints from Edgechem Paints. The time by Edgechem Paints, changing lives 1 gallon at a time, is
9:18.
Spring into style with Unique Living. Upgrade your home with our extensive range of products. Get sleek shower panels, stylish vanities, LED and non-LED mirrors, plus kitchen sinks, closet solutions, ceiling fans, and more. Available in various finishes and sizes. Visit shop number 6, 30 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-755-3661 or visit our website at www.uniquelivingja.com. Don't wait to spring into style with Unique Living.
Passion and vibes, and through it all there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores,
we're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, powering what matters.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Noragay Banton. It's a Friday, and it means our program this morning is sponsored by JPS. It's JPS Cares. We're joined by JPS's Customer Service Area Manager for the East, Ruthlyn Johnson, and she has been talking to us about some practical ways in which you can stay cool this summer. Energy efficient ways, most importantly, that you can stay cool this summer. And Ruthlyn, you are going on to the AC. You just wrapped up about the temperature, where you must put the AC. You can go right ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. All right, so I spoke about the temperature for the AC, 24 to 26, because you want to conserve the energy. Then you want to move on now to, if you need to, you can go into what we call the fan AC combo. We've spoken about the combo last year. The combo package, everybody knows when you go to Burger King and wherever I saw a combo. The combo is using the fan and the AC together, meaning you turn on the AC, it cools down the place to a point, you then turn off the AC and you turn on the fan and let the fan now circulate the cool air that is in the space. And of course, if it gets hot again, based on where you live, if it gets too hot again, then you can turn on the AC again and, get the again, then you go back to the fan. So you're using the fan AC combo, which means you don't have the AC running all night. I'm always shocked, when people tell me that they turn on. Somebody said yesterday that, yeah, but I only turn it on from 8 o'clock. And I said, and you turn it off what time? When I wake up in the morning? And I cringe, Nora, because I know what that is. We're talking immediately, like, for a month, you're going to end up with a bill that is going up into the 30,000, passing the 20,000.
Maybe they can afford it.
Well, the person I was talking to was not happy about their light bill.
That's crazy.
And I always say, use what you can afford.
Exactly.
Yes, if you can afford it, then beautiful. Do your thing. I don't have no problem with that because you have your items for convenience. And we really shouldn't find in a situation where you have them but you can't use them. But make sure that you can pay for them because, that's adulting too. You have to understand that.
Correct, yes.
That you use. So make sure if you use it, then you can pay for it. That's fine. But keeping an AC unit on from 8 o'clock in the morning to 5:30, 6 o'clock when you wake up is a $20,000 light bill. So just understand it and work with it. If you have the AC on, remember you have to close the windows and the doors. Don't keep them open because letting out the cool air to go through the window or through the door makes no sense because the AC is just going to be working harder trying to keep the room cool because you're constantly letting out the cool air. So please don't do that. Keep that air on the inside, lock and seal yourself in there with it. Use curtains or blinds if your house is in such a way where the sun hits a point and then that causes your room to be seriously hot when you get home. If you have blackout curtains, you can, or blinds, you could put them up, pull them so that it keeps the place nice and dark and keeps out some amount of that heat and keeps your room, a little bit cooler than it may be if you didn't do so. Mm-hmm. And then you want to, as a part of the maintenance, remember that if you're using that AC all summer, you have to get the technician to come back and check because maybe the filters may need to be cleaned and you want to ensure that you do that for your own health purposes so that you're not inhaling a lot of dust and lint and stuff, but also to make sure it's not working too hard. So that's the cooling, how to keep yourself cool and not give us all of your money. We don't want all of your money. We want you to be able to buy food and, stuff, yeah. Dora, why are you laughing? I don't want all of your money,
You
I
don't?
want you to give me what is really mine, and I want you to give it to me because you use it and you're satisfied with the fact that you use it and you're giving me what
But if they use it and you charge them for it, that means it's yours. It's JP.
Yes,
it belongs to JP.
but I don't want them to give me everything.
Oh.
I want them to keep back some to buy food and pay for water and the other utilities.
That's considerate of JPS.
Yes, man. We are a considerate company. Yes, we are. Moving on to the fridge and the kitchen practices, your fridge habits and your kitchen practices. And this is important because your refrigerator is working all year round. It really is. It's the one appliance in your house that you know for sure. It's your hard worker. It works all year round. In summer, it works even harder. And I want to dispel a theory that I know people have right off the bat. There's some people who keep saying to me, Ruthly, I did not open my fridge more than, so I only open it twice for the day. I open it in the morning when I was making breakfast, and I open it one time when I come home. So why is it would be burning, any amount of electricity? Please remember, folks, that your refrigerator is made to operate at a particular wattage. If your refrigerator is a 45-watt fridge, it is going to burn 45 watts whether you open it or not. It only burns more when you open it. But it was made to operate in order for it to function. It is going to utilize the amount of wattage that it was made to function at. So even if you don't open it, it is going to burn some amount of electricity to match the wattage that it is made to perform at. And then when you open the door and let out the cool air and let the warm air inside, it bumps it up a little bit more. So saying to me that you did not open your refrigerator does not mean it's not going to burn electricity. If you lock up the house and leave the fridge on in there for 2 weeks, it's plugged in, it is going to burn the electricity to match the wattage it was made at, to keep it in operation until you come. So stop saying it should not burn anything because you never opened it. I don't know where people get this thing from. Please stop it. And you didn't use the ice maker. You turn off the ice maker. Okay, fine. So you didn't press the button to get ice, but the refrigerator, they're operating like it should in preparation for you to get ice.
Right.
Right. Okay, so that's one theory that we're busting. We're busting that myth right now. All right. For the refrigerator, decide what you want to eat or what you want to get or what you want to drink before you open the fridge door. Please, please, please stop going to your refrigerator and standing and looking, sightseeing in a refrigerator. What is that? It wasn't made for sightseeing purposes. Don't be looking in there. Okay, should I get that? Should I do that? No, I don't want that. Maybe some eggs. No, I think of it. What are you doing when you do that? You are just burning a hole in your pocket because the refrigerator is there now absorbing all the warm air from outside. And then when you close back that door, the chamber has gone to a different level. So let's say it was at 17. It went up to 19 because you opened and let warm air in, and now it's trying to come back to 17. It's going to be working harder. Yeah. Please stop doing that. Don't overload your refrigerator. I've spoken about that a lot. If you find that you had friends over and you have a lot of leftovers, try to organize them in your refrigerator so that you have space for the air to circulate. Don't pack them up, just jam them up in there and there's no space. You need air to circulate in the refrigerator. It also will ensure that your items in the refrigerator, they remain proper and healthy and good. Because if no cool air is getting to the one over that side because of how you've stashed everything in there, it means the thing over on that corner there might be spoiled by the time you want to use it. So you have to let the air circulate. It also helps the refrigerator to work properly, works at its optimum, and does not waste energy or pull more power in order to try to serve you better, right? And do not put hot food in the refrigerator. Don't take the food off the stove and then just, put it in your container and then put it in the refrigerator. It's only going to warm up the refrigerator again. And once the refrigerator becomes warm, the chamber is trying to come back to the temperature that you set it at, it's trying to come back to that temperature that's going to keep your food safe. So don't warm it up unnecessarily. Let the food cool down a little bit before you put it in there. Check the seal on your refrigerator to make sure that when you close the door, the seals are actually, the rubber on the refrigerator is meeting the refrigerator body, so it's sealed properly. If that doesn't happen, then it means that warm air is going into that chamber constantly. And I always remind people to use the dollar test. We don't have any dollar in paper anymore. I think the paper that we have is $50 and $100 in terms of the lowest denomination. So what you can do is get one of your $50, a nice crisp one. You put it between the door and the refrigerator itself, and you close the door of the refrigerator onto that paper money. And then you pull the money out. If you find that there's resistance, then it means that your refrigerator is sealed properly. If there's absolutely no resistance and that just comes right out just easily, then it means that the refrigerator, the door is not sealing properly. The rubber is not meeting properly on the body of the refrigerator. And it means that just like how that paper money was able to come out very easily, it means that warm air is probably seeping into the chamber of the refrigerator. And that is going to cause in there to get warmer than it should. And then it's going to work over time trying to come back to the temperature that you set it at. So those are some little tips for your refrigerator.
All right.
And yes?
Yes, we are.
Is it another break time?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
So we are going to take another break inside JPS Scares. When we come back, more tips for you, energy-efficient tips to stay cooler and use less electricity this summer.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is
9:30.
Since 1995, we've been your go-to source for everything related to billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. With locations at 1A Lindsay Terrace, Kingston 10, and the Village Plaza, Big Bridge, Savannah, Lamar, we offer top-quality pool table parts and accessories, cutting-edge gaming machines, and more. We also specialize in assembly, sales, and service of amusement machines. We provide unmatched customer service, expert solutions, and products tailored to your needs. Who are we? We are Eclipse Enterprise. Telephone 876-960-3891.
Commercial spaces for you. Parks and attractions for you. Housing and residential developments for you. Beautiful rental properties for you. Improving quality of life through infrastructure development across Jamaica for you. The Urban Development Corporation, making development happen for you. Brought to you by the Urban Development Corporation.
UDC for you.
The STEM Certified Robotics Training Camp 2025 will run from July 7 to July 28 at the following schools: Jamaica College, Hillel Academy, Bishop Gibson High, St. Hilda's High, Anoto Bay High, Marcus Garvey High, and Portmore Missionary Prep. The program includes robotic engineering and coding for ages 10 to 18 plus. Spots are still available, so register now at www.zjamaica.com/robotics or call 876-880-3301 or 499-3157.
Jamaica, it's live and direct back again. Saturday, June 28th, live in concert. Brian McKnight.
Hey everyone, it's Brian McKnight.
And Drew Hill.
It's your boy Cisco and Drew Hill.
Taking place at the Constant Spring Golf Club. Get your tickets now. Sponsored by Supreme Ventures Limited, Courtly Hospital Group, Mothers, Island Grill, CPJ, J. Ray and Nephew Limited, Hertz, Budget Car Rental, Mayberry Investments, and main event. It's live and direct. Gates open at 7 p.m. Showtime 8 p.m. at the Constant Spring Golf Club.
June 28th, Kingston. I'll see you there.
Laborites, we journey to the West Kingston Fortress for Area Council 1 meeting at the Fletcher's Land Community Center this Sunday, June 29, 5 p.m. Come hear from JLP Stalwart's Deputy Leader Desmond McKenzie, who leads the charge. Hear Central St. Catherine MP Olivia Babs Grange, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, MPs Bernal Charles Jr., Anne-Marie Vaz, Donovan Williams, Senators Abka Fitz-Henley, Delano Steve Wright, Shireen Golden Campbell, Councillor Donovan Samuels, and others. JLP active and strong with plans to make Jamaica prosper. That's Area Council 1 meeting. Sunday, June 29, Fletcher's Land Community Center, 5 p.m. And you don't know, we choose Jamaica every time.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. It's JPS Cares, and we're joined by Ruthlyn Johnson. She is Customer Service Area Manager for the East at JPS, and she is giving us some energy-efficient cooling down tips for the summer. We went through the AC and the fan and how to efficiently use those, and we've gone through the fridge habits that we have. Stand up in front of the fridge and then try to figure out what you want to eat. Don't do that. Wasting the electricity there. All right. So we're going to move on now. Ruthlyn, what else do you have for us?
We just want to talk about the kitchen a little bit.
All right.
You know, kitchen is a must. Cooking must go on. People must eat. So if you're going to use your kitchen to cook some stuff or to put things in the oven, we're encouraging persons not to use their oven during the midday heat, because everything is hot. The oven is now also adding more heat to the room, to the space, and it means you are going to be hotter. You ever see people in the kitchen cooking and they're just sweating like loads of water just running around because everything is just hot. It's like a furnace in there. So if you can avoid utilizing your oven at that time of the day. I mean, I'm sure some people are going to say to me, then what? I mean, I go to work in the evenings. I'm a shift lady, so I must cook in the midday. Yes, we're not fighting you if you absolutely have to. But if you don't have to, don't use the oven at that time of the day because you're going to get hotter. It means you're going to probably be tempted to turn on the AC. You're going to be probably trying to use 3 fans to blow some cool air onto you. We're trying to get you to cut down on the amount of energy you're going to use in the kitchen. So whatever you can do to prevent that amount of heat, do it so you can avoid it. And you also want to maybe opt for outdoor grilling if you can. If you have a little backyard, a back patio, you have a grill out there, then you may want to do that because then you'll have some wind out there. And it means you won't have to be trying to cool yourself down because the wind will be out there cooling you down. You may want to use a microwave. I know a lot of people don't do that. I always say I was a little bit surprised when I was studying overseas and found that my friends from the East, they use the microwave to cook rice and all kinds of things. And I was shocked, can you put something in a microwave for more than 3 minutes? Well, some people do. If you are that type of person, then you could use your microwave because it would not generate as much heat, and it would also cook your meals quicker, quote unquote. Air fryers are now a thing. I don't know if there are any concerns and fears about air fryers as yet, because I know everything eventually comes with some concern.
Not yet.
Not yet. The pundits haven't come up with what the concerns are yet for the air fryer. But you could use them as well because they use less heat. They generate less heat, and so it means that you're not utilizing as much, and they're also not making your space as hot as the oven would. So if you want to do that, then you can go ahead and try that so you can use less. And always remember that when it comes to the stove itself, if you're using an electric stove, you can turn your burners off maybe 10 minutes or so before you finish cooking because the heat from the rings are actually going to keep your food boiling. If you realize, if you wanted crunchy cabbage and you left the pot, when it got crunchy, you left that pot right there in that same spot on that stove. By the time to eat, it's not crunchy anymore because it continues to cook because the heat is still going on. So remember that you could turn your stove off a little bit earlier to cut down on the amount of energy you're using, and at the same time, you're getting the desired level of, whatever level you want your food to be cooked at. All right, for those who are going to be ironing for summer, I would suggest, though, for summer that you just wear light cotton clothing, that don't need to be ironed to save you from ironing at all. But if you have to, iron based on the type of clothes that you're going to wear. We always encourage that you iron in large batches. Once a week. Just iron everything one time, on a Sunday or on a Monday, whichever day. But iron one time, because when you iron one things per day, it means that you're going to push your iron to warm up. So it generates a certain amount of electricity to warm up to the point where you can start ironing your clothes. And then you plug it out and you go. And then you do it again tomorrow morning. Now, if you did it one time, the iron would warm up and then you would iron your clothes and you'd be fine. Right? As against you just doing it every morning, you're warming up that iron and pushing it to a point to get warm, and then you actually use it. That's going to cost you more. So try to avoid that. And when you're doing your ironing, you want to start with the lightweight clothes first and then move on, because by the time you get to the heavier ones, the iron is now properly heated. Yeah. So you can attend to the heavier ones afterwards. Then you want to avoid ironing during the hottest time of the day again, and that is the same kind of explanation for that one. If you're going to iron when it is 12 midday, when the room is super hot and you are hot and the iron is hot and everything is on, you're going to turn on the AC. Going to be tempted. You're going to say, boy, I have no choice. I don't want to hear what Ruthie has to say anymore. I'm going to turn on this AC because I am just going to burn up in here. So try to avoid that. Iron when it's cooler so that you don't feel compelled to turn on that AC unit. And use energy irons because they do exist where if you stop ironing, you're taking a nice juicy phone call while you're ironing the clothes and you put it one side and you start to laugh and talk on your phone, then the iron will shut off because after a little while it realizes that you're not using it and there's an automatic shut off on it. Try to buy irons that have feature if you're considering buying a new iron anytime soon. And moving on to appliances and lighting, always remember any appliance that is plugged in is probably, if you don't have it on one of those is the things that comes with the different switches on it and the different outlets on it. If you don't have one of those plugged in and you did not switch it off to stop energy from coming to your device, it means that you're still using what we call vampire electricity. Little tiny bits of electricity are there, just operating and waiting, keeping the device ready for you, because a lot of things are just kept in standby mode. They're not off completely anymore. So your television is in standby mode so that when you press the remote, it comes on same time. If you were born in the 60s, you know that when you press the button, the TV would take forever to come up, and then you're waiting, almost a minute before it would come up. So you know now that you need to turn those things off, because once they're in standby mode, they're actually waiting for you, and it means that they're actually burning a little bit of electricity. Use your power strip, to eliminate that. Some people call it phantom energy. I like to call it vampire, because I like the fact that it's eating up something. It's sucking, vampire sucking things away from you, sucking your money out of your pocket. I want you to remember that and avoid that. Switch to LED bulbs if you can. I always suggest that people buy them once per month when you go to the supermarket. By December, you would have had the desired amount or the desired number that can serve your house, because they're not necessarily cheap, but they are 80% better in terms of how much electricity they use. And they also don't carry any heat. So while your incandescent bulb, you can't touch it when it's on. You can touch your LED because it's not hot. And it means that it's not generating any heat into the space that you're in as well. Use task lighting, meaning you want to use lights. You want to get those little lamps and so that you can use in the spot where you are. So if you're sitting at your desk in your house, you don't need to turn on 3 lights to light up the room. You just have your lamp on your desk. You turn the lamp on and it spotlights right where you are. It's, lighting you for the task that you are carrying out at that particular time. It means that you're burning less, right? Because you don't have all the lights on. And set timers are smart plugs to automatically turn off the lights or appliances after a certain time. Meaning there's appliances that you use, your water heater, for example, and other appliances that you use that can come with a timer. Your AC unit has a timer, can have a timer on the remote. Your television can have a timer as well on the remote, or you set the timer so that the TV turns off and it's not watching you while you sleep. I've heard that televisions don't actually like to watch people sleep. So you don't want that. You're wasting energy when that is happening. So try to use things that have timers on them so that you can cut down on the amount of electricity that you use. All right. Now, I know we have a few more minutes left.
Yes, we do. We do.
Yeah? So I can wrap up.
Yes, you
the
can.
The tracking tools that you can use to determine, to control your usage. The My GPS app is absolutely fabulous in that regard. You can set it to tell you how much electricity you're using. Meaning, no, you can actually set it to say, I only want to pay $8,000 this month. And it's going to tell you when you're close to the $8,000 mark, because it's saying, hello, Nora, you are now 75% of that 8,000, so you only have 25% left to use. So it means you now know, Nora, that you can't turn on the AC, because if you turn on the AC, you're going to spend more than $8,000.
Right.
So you can use your mobile app to help you to track your electricity consumption in real time, and you can set your usage alerts so that you're not shocked by the bill that you get. Download the JPS mobile app. It's My JPS Mobile. That's the name of the app. It's a yellow and blue app. You can get it on the Google Play Store, or you can get it from your iPhone app store. Remember, people, even though we are your electricity company, we don't want all your money. We want you only to pay us for what you use, and we want that the amount that you're paying us for, you really deliberately, intentionally, consciously decided to use it. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah, Nora.
All right. Thank you so much, Ruth Lynn. We're going to take a break. We have giveaways.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, I hope you guys were listening keenly because Ruthlyn will have some giveaways for you. If you want some money off your next JPS bill, listen up for the question, call or tune into our YouTube chat and answer the question correctly, and you may be a winner after the break.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Mannings Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Mannings Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Mannings Hill Pharmacy is
9:45.
Are you burning up with this summer heat?
The place hot, man.
Get cool now with a Hisense air conditioner.
I feel good.
With advanced energy-saving inverter technology and whisper quiet operation, beat this heat with Hisense. Available at Aliabra Brands Limited, 64 Hagley Park Road, or call 876-676-5951 now.
So good, so good. I got you.
Forget ordinary, think Liqui-Moly. Get a 15% discount on all Liqui-Moly oils and additives from April 25th to July 30th at all Burt's Auto Parts locations. Buy 4 or more Liqui-Moly engine oils or 4 transmission oils, you get a free LM40 all-purpose cleaner. But hurry up, the offer runs while stocks last and conditions apply. Forget ordinary, think Liqui-Moly. And remember, it hurts if you don't check Burt's.
Jamaica, it's live and direct back again. Saturday, June 28th, live in concert. Brian McKnight.
Hey everyone, it's Brian McKnight.
And Drew Hill.
It's your boy Cisco and Drew Hill.
Taking place at the Constant Spring Golf Club. Get your tickets now. Sponsored by Supreme Ventures Limited, Courtly Hospital Group, Mothers, Island Grill, CPJ, J. Ray and Nephew Limited, Hertz, Budget Car Rental, Mayberry Investments, and main event. It's live and direct. Gates open at 7 p.m. Showtime 8 p.m. at the Constant Spring Golf Club.
June 28th, Kingston. I'll see you there.
You want to win? Then just bet. Bet on the game, no stress, no sweat, and win big in the Wanna Bet Just Bet promotion. Spend $1,500 or more on one Just Bet ticket and complete the entry form at promotions.supremegames.com for your chance to win. Third place gets Beats by Dre. Second place gets an iPhone 15 and AirPods Pro. And first place gets a 65-inch TV and a soundbar. Promotion runs May 16 to July 20, 2025. Grand draw July 25, 2025. Authorized under Section 58. Three of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. We're inside JPS Cares this morning. And if you are just joining us, you missed all the tips that Ruthlyn gave us for the summer. And so if you really want to get those tips, you can go back to the beginning of our YouTube live stream and listen keenly. But while you go back and listen, for the others who were listening, who were on, we're gonna do some giveaways. And Ruthlyn is on with us, and she's gonna. How much are we giving away today? We're giving away $10,000.
I see where I'm to give away a 10,000 and 2,500. So I don't know how you did it last week. Last week you put 2 on YouTube
yes.
and 1 on. So you can decide if you're going to do the other way around this week.
All right, let's do a 10 and a 5 on the phone, and then a 5 on YouTube.
Okay.
All right. So we already have a caller on the line. Camille, good morning.
Good morning, Camille.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, Camille. So you are going to use your AC unit, right, to keep you cool. But I recommend that you put a particular number on that AC unit when you when you turn it on. Only certain digits should be seen. What are the numbers that I should be seeing on your AC? When I look on it, what numbers should I see? What are the possible numbers I should be seeing?
24 to 26.
24 to?
26.
24 to 26.
Camille sound like she in the kitchen, so I answer the phone in the living room. Camille, come closer to the phone, man.
24 to 26.
All right.
All right. We should only be seeing 24, 25, or 26. If we're seeing 17, well, you're going to give JPS all your money. All right. So 24 to 26, congratulations. Congratulations, Camille. Thank you so much.
Camille, put on the phone. I wonder if Camille the plant them must have burn up, so she run go plant them. All right, Camille, stay on the line and speak to producer Michelle, and she'll take your information.
All right, next person.
Carrie is next.
Next one, are you going on?
Yeah, but we'll finish with the phone lines first.
Next
Carrie,
call. Okay.
Carrie, good morning.
Morning.
Hi, Carrie.
How are you?
I am good. How are you? All right. So for you, Carrie, why should you limit how often you open your refrigerator during the summertime?
Why should you limit? Go again with the question.
Why should you limit how often you turn on your power, oh geez, what am I saying? Why should you limit how often you open your refrigerator during summer?
Because it will burn more current.
What will cause it to burn more current?
Because you're letting in the hot air and the what's the name of the thing you said? Something in there will start to work harder to go back to the regular current that was required.
The
chamber, right.
You want to say the thermostat, but I actually didn't use the word. But
the chamber,
in the chamber
right.
is going to work harder to come back.
Right, right, yes.
Absolutely correct. Thank you so much. Voucher for you.
Thank
All
you.
right, Carrie,
Congratulations.
stay on the line and speak with Michelle. She'll take your information and you'll hear how you will redeem that voucher. All right, let's go on over to our friends on YouTube. What's their question, Ruthlyn?
All right, for YouTube, I want them to tell me, what is the most energy efficient way of dealing with their ironing? There are a number of things they could say, but let me hear what they come up with.
The most energy efficient way.
The most energy efficient way to handle your ironing.
All right, so you're ironing this summer. What's the most energy efficient way to iron? Doing the ironing this summer. Nobody answered the question previously, so we're going to take fresh. Yes, they're learning.
Wow.
So Corrine is the first person. Corrine says, iron once a week and iron the lighter items first while the iron heats up. Do not iron during the hottest parts of the day.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
She has it all compiled in there.
There we go.
Nice. Thank you. The only thing she left out was, she said iron once per week, but the only thing she left out was to say iron in large batches. Put a whole bunch of, iron a whole heap of clothes one time.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Right. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Yes.
$5,000 voucher for you.
Corrine, congrats. All right. So I am seeing another comment here on YouTube, and I don't want to overlook it. It's asking for some assistance in Lawrence Tavern in the Rose Hall district.
What's going on?
The comment says a utility pole is still hanging dangerously in the Rose Hall community. We've been calling for days. JPS, please help us urgently before someone gets hurt.
Really?
Yes. So
where is it in
Rose Hall in Lawrence Tavern? Rose Hall district. Yes.
Okay, let me get that. And if they said that they've been calling a few times, it means they should have a log number. Can you ask Michelle to send it to me, please?
All right. So Vivacious Verleen, if you have a log number that you got when you first made the complaint, then please give it to us so that we can send it to JPS as well. All right? Please, if you have that number, you can type it in the chat and we'll give it over to Ruthlyn. All right?
Okay.
Let me just scroll up to see if anybody else would have said anything that I should send over to you. No other complaints in the chat. So we're going to wrap it up there. All right?
Yes. All right.
Thank
so
you
have
so
a wonderful weekend.
Yes, you too.
And enjoy the championships at the stadium.
I won't be there, but I hope it's a great time for all those who are there.
Yes, go see Shelly, as you said.
Right. Yes, indeed. All right, Ruthlyn, you take care. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Yeah, man. All right, that's where we're going to leave it for JPS Cares this morning. We were speaking with Ruthlyn Johnson. She is Customer Service Area Manager for the East at JPS, talking to us about some cooling down tips and other tips for the summer, energy efficient ways to go about doing some of those daily activities that we do and utilizing some of those appliances that we may use in the summer. All right, so we are gonna make way now for Cliff Hughes Online with Tyrone Reed. I feel like we haven't seen Tyrone in a while. We've been on the road, but we are in studio today, and Tyrone is coming up next.
The hour between 9 and 10 was brought to you by JPS, powering what matters.
That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM.